Nobody indeed, you beautiful sons of guns. Welcome into Drive the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you today. Big Brad, always looking sharp, bro. How we doing?
Doing great, AB. Back to talk some football. We got weekend football, which is my favorite football. Tons of good matches this weekend and other sports going on as well. So it's a good time to be a sports bettor.
It is, man. Now, I'll tell you this. We're all waiting for Thursday Night Football to start. Can't wait for that. Oh, yeah. Apologies for anybody who watched that last night. The Broncos beat the Raiders 10-7. Yeah, that was anybody who stayed through that whole game. You're made of iron. You're tough. That's $2 steak last night. It was a tough game, bro. Tough game. Now, taking a look at the pick sheet from yesterday, we get Brock Bowers and we get South Florida. My God, South Florida. Brad, it was 14-0 South Florida, and they didn't even have the ball yet.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns defensively to start the game. They, long story short, they covered this in the second quarter. Now, I say that not boosting us as a show, even though crew, great job. I say it as, dude, this South Florida team is disgustingly good. They should be a ranked team. They're good. Alex Golish and them, man, they score a bunch of points. So if you don't watch a lot of South Florida football, I get it. Keep them in your repertoire. They are a team that gets after it. Illinois State, and then last, oh, dude. So we had this one too. I thought we might get a chance at a Broncos field goal at the end to cover this, but unfortunately we do not. And then, in the chat, hang tight. Let me find it right. Emilio said, morning crew, pour one out for everyone on that Bruins power play goal. One of the worst beats I've ever seen. Yeah, tough one there for our boy Teej. But so good to see everybody, man. Hope you're having a good day. Brad, hope you're having a good day, man. How's it started off so far? All right?
Early and early. I mean, it feels like it didn't even end last night, but it's the weekend. So you put all that aside, put a smile on your face. It's excitement.
Well, there we go. I like it. You know what? Hey, we're gonna work through it today. We're gonna work through it, and we're gonna have some better sports games on. I assure you of that. All right, Howie Schwab, crew play. Look, dude, look at Howie in the St. John's red. Now he's in that every day, but Howie just always looking good. Big props to our man here. All right, Bradley, your alma mater here playing tonight. Okay, Howie Schwab, crew play today. We got 2 football games. Okay, Tulane and Memphis. Northwestern and USC. There's a third college football game. We'll talk about it, but just for this screen right here. All right. First game. You going Tulane plus 3.5 or Memphis minus 3.5 or Northwestern plus 14.5 or Southern California. USC's got a dope fight song, man. Fight on. Brad, where are you going? Are we going with the alma mater, your Memphis Tigers?
You got to, AB. Old Memphis State. Give me the boys, the Tigers, -3. I do the chant. You don't want it. It's a terrible one.
It's all right. Now, I'll say this. You threw in Memphis State. My dad went to Memphis State, right? Memphis State was a dope name. Marketing, branding, Memphis is better. It just is. It's cleaner, whatever. But Memphis State is a dope name, dude. Like it just fits, man. I've got a lot of love for Memphis as a whole. Shout out Whitehaven. That's where my family's from. Big time, man. Love it. Love everything about Memphis. It's a beautiful place, man. So yeah, Freddie Bear said, let's go, Memphis. There we go. Freddie, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, man. Hope you're having a good day. All right. We'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern for Driving the Nightline with more picks. But to get to more picks, you have to start with initial picks. All right, that was just a terrible segue, but let's get into it. All right, Bradley, start us off, baby. What do we got?
We're hoping for morning Danishes. We're going to the Denmark Super League in a match between OB taking on Silk Boar. We're looking for 4 total goals for a full cash, but 3 goals gets us in there for the green at 3. Both teams are trending in the scoring department, but also both teams have conceded in all 14 matches that they've played in this season. They score and concede in their respective home and away splits at a much higher rate. They hit this in their matchup history. Both teams are trending these numbers like crazy. And like we have played that Polish match, we are looking for one goal in either half, which is really coming in at 21 and 21 halves for the home team. And where is it? 17 and 17 in the first half for the away team. So we expect goals to get on the board in the first and the second, and multiple in at least one half, which is exactly how we get to 2.75 on the Asian total. And I got that at minus 135.
Beautiful work. And I'm in for Danishes. All right. I understand that on this show, generally we leave hungry after every show. So nice shout out to the Danishes there. And shout out to hotels that still offer the continental breakfast. All right. You're the real heroes. We love you. Keep doing it. No Chill said, morning AB and Brad, smash that like button, crew. Yeah, absolutely, man. If you guys could hit that, that'd be huge. We won't ask you for anything else. But if you're watching on your phone, just grab the screen, pull it down, hit like, pop it back up. Won't ask for anything else. And No Chill, appreciate you bringing that up. Hey, man, it is what it is. I hate asking for that. I hate asking for anybody for anything, but YouTube, you got to play by their rules. All right. Now, playing by the rules, we're going to talk about all these sports here in a minute. So let me just set the table for what we have, and we're going to get into it. Let's see. John Boy said, think I just got charged for my detail subscription again. Google just charged me $6.56 for something. Let's go. Well, I'll tell you this. Number one, if it is, hey, welcome back, buddy. Nice job. Number two, if there's an error, let me know. I'll get after YouTube. I'll bulldog them. We'll get after him. John Boy, I appreciate you, buddy. All right. So this is going to look pretty basic, but you got to kind of peel the layers back, because tonight is a fascinating night of betting. You've got some interesting games, and you've got some opportunities to make some money, but you might have to get a little creative here and there. And in other spots, you might not want to get creative. You might just want to just dumb it down to exactly what you think and go. So, and again, we'll break down all these games and sports. But first off, so from the college football show from this week, all right, we have two parlays that start tonight. Memphis money line and Vanderbilt money line. Obviously, Memphis plays Tulane tonight at home. Vanderbilt plays Auburn tomorrow. So this parlay, if we get Memphis to just win the game, we set ourselves up for tomorrow. Okay. Same deal with USC. We get USC tonight. I am not taking USC minus 14.5 based off principle alone, even though I am big on the home teams tonight. I think USC is going to look good, and I think Memphis is going to look good. Memphis team total might not be a bad play. Memphis minus 3.5 might not be a bad play. All right. We'll talk about that. But setting those two up, so understand what we're going into with these two. They're two that are, we're kind of doing our work ahead and trying to set ourselves up in a nice spot for tomorrow. Okay. Now, those are the first two. Those are both college football. All four of those teams are college football. I try to put the emojis on here because this time of year it can get confusing. So let me know if there's anything I can do to help and alleviate that. Third one. All right. We got a big one tonight in college basketball. Kansas basketball. Ever heard of them? They're pretty good. Going on the road against North Carolina. Also, not a bad institution for collegiate athletes to go expand their basketball expertise. This is going to be a game. Now, it's early. North Carolina's favored by 1.5 at home. That's basically telling you this is straight up. But Kansas is the higher ranked team. Now, what does that mean? Nothing, right? Look at college football. Early season rankings mean nothing. Yeah, Kansas now 3.5 on DraftKings, which scares me because if it's jumped that much this quickly, either we're moving the line or there's an injury we don't know about. So keep an eye on that. That scares me a little bit. 2 points is a big jump. But if everything's good, all right, I'm big on Kansas. I like Kansas. But it's going to be a heck of a game, man. Early season basketball game. Want to get down with it. Now, Jamal Murray of the Nuggets over 2.5 threes. Oh, Jesus. Now it's 4.5. Okay. If you're betting Kansas, pause. Something's happening in real time. Just pause. We're going to have to find this out. 3 points in 8 minutes is a bit much. I don't know what's happening. So I've already bet it, so I'm in, but there's line movement for something. I don't know what it is. Could be nothing. I don't know. But yeah, it's enough in real time. And Blade, I appreciate you updating that for sure. Yeah, it's enough to pause and at least find out what's going on. So, okay, Blade, excellent work. And that goes to show, man, we live in a real-time game right here. It's going. All right, so Jamal Murray, over 2.5 threes at plus 130. We're taking a little bit of a shot here, okay? Like I said, of the Denver Nuggets. Now, we usually play Nikola Jokic over 1.5 threes, and I don't hate it, but I've got a feeling that juice is going to go. Celtic said, what does Chauncey Billups know? Honestly, quite frankly, Jamal Murray, the last 3 games, has shot terribly. He's been awful, at least from 3. I think he reverses that. I think we get a good one tonight. Now, understand, it's plus 130. So, again, it's a little bit of a risk, okay? But that's where we're going. Okay, now, Brad, let me throw one additional thing. So, like I said, if you want to look at this in a couple different ways, here's another way you can get down tonight. Plus 137. Now, it's not a lot of juice for 3 legs. I get that. But if you're looking to work some clutter and get it out of the way, this could be a nice little play. Memphis money line tonight. USC money line tonight. And then let's move that Kansas, North Carolina total down basically 9-10 points and play the over of 149.5. Does that make sense? So again, Memphis in football, money line win tonight. USC in football, money line win tonight. And then an alternate total in the Kansas, North Carolina basketball game of over 149.5. Again, another way that you could look at these plays and say, all right, I might go this route, might go that route. Yeah, and you might not even mess with that Kansas, North Carolina, right? But again, I wanted to present this to show if you're looking for a way to kind of get spreads out of your way, there are options. And clearly, you know, you can mix and match how you do. Okay, so those are the picks and a parlay. Blade, now back to plus 2.5. I'm just watching this bounce around on DraftKings. Man, a bunch of money must have come in on it then. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm rolling with Kansas. Do your due diligence. We'll find out. Yeah, Kirk, someone has to be out, or someone is going to play that wasn't going to play for that line to move like that in basketball. Yeah, that's what scared me, is that's a massive move. Now, it could be just DraftKings doing it. Like, now 3. See, this thing is moving, man. Hey, we're just going to call it and say that driving the line's the one doing all this. DraftKings is like, yeah, I don't think anybody just dumped $2 million on Kansas in real time. I don't know. All right. Now, the most important part and fun part of the weekend comes from that beautiful son of a gun right there, because I don't know if you've noticed, but this guy is absolutely drilling from everywhere on the pitch. So, Bradley, I'm just going to shut my dumb butt up and get out of your way. Let it rip. Weekend scores. What do we got?
We've got 3 familiar faces this weekend, and we're going back to the Premier League, the Bundesliga, and Spain's La Liga. At the top of the list, we got Sterling Erling Haaland, who is absolutely flying As I mentioned, there's basically nobody else in the attacking end for Manchester City. This is a very difficult matchup taking on Liverpool for sure. Absolutely certain that he's not going to get as many chances as he might get against a lower level team, but Liverpool still can concede. He scored on them in one of the last two matches he played against Liverpool at home. He's scoring in every match. So we're going to take Erling Haaland, anytime goal scorer at -115. We also have a little bit of juice here on our man, Harry Kane, but that's because he's going to get ample opportunities. This line should be well over -200 where it is on many of the other books. So Harry Kane, anytime goal scorer, if he's playing, if he's starting, you need to be betting Harry Kane, even if it's live. And then the last guy on the list, AB, that is another familiar face. It's Kylian Mbappe. Kylian, a stun man, a best man, sitting past the D, gonna get the Ballon d'Or someday. He'll take his space, he'll use his pace, goes all over the place. He's Real Madrid's ace, singing Kylian, yeah, Mbappe.
We will, we.
Mbappe.
That reminds me of the.
Mbappe, AB. He's scoring in just about every single match that he's playing in, especially when he's playing in the league. This is a cheap line. Take that Mbappe anytime goal score at -130.
Bro, that song brings me back to the Mighty Ducks immediately. Dude. First off, great job, obviously. Absolutely smoked it. Justin said, I just joined and I'm not let down one bit. Me neither. Good to see you, man.
You're not going to put that song on the internet. That was a Brad Betts creation this week. So we will rock you, Kylian. Give us the glory. Give us another goal.
Look, Taylor Swift's she's gonna try to steal that song from me. So
that's a good one. That one will get stuck in your head for sure.
Oh yeah, and that's what you want. So you definitely, yeah. Let's go through a trademark and do all our copyrights this morning. Tina, good to see you, Tina. Good to see you. All right, so Kane, Mbappe, and Haaland.
Hard Rock, and Kylian is on DraftKings.
Oh, speaking of that, I wanted to give a shout out real quick. Congratulations to you, Brad. Congratulations to everyone in the crew. Because you want to know something? Guess what? Driving the Line outlasted ESPN Bet. ESPN Bet is gone. Done.
See you later.
Got smoked.
Yeah, just spent like $1 billion. Nothing too big.
Sorry about your luck. But
it's a real
big
shame.
Boys game. What?
It's a real shame that happened to a company who you have to buy their subscription package and it still doesn't get you access to their first and second channels. So we really appreciate ESPN Bet and everything that they do, especially their parent company, ESPN Disney.
Yep. Bingo. There we go, man. Yeah, Whale, has there been a worse run for a company than Pitt? It's been insane.
Shout out to Dave Portnoy. Sell it. Get rid of it. Give me the money. Happened so many times. Legend.
Portnoy's out here just running amok. Bibbo, good morning, Detail. I'm in a meeting, so no sound. Just watching the chat. Well, that meeting's pretty high level, so we'll let you guys continue and girls continue. Yeah. If you need anything, y'all just holler. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. Good to see you, buddy. Okay, so Brad, we got some sports tonight. Okay. Start college football. 3 games here. Houston, UCF. It's a real one. Houston, legit. UCF, pretty legit. Man, Houston Athletics, dude. I get down with it. And shout out No Chill. I know you got connections and all that too. Big love there. Man, This is a tough spread. Houston 1.5 point favorite, total of 47.5. Man, they're giving big love to UCF here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and this is an interesting one because I get it. You go into the bounce house. But nah, man. It's hard for me not to roll with Houston, but there's a reason why this spread is so low. You didn't see me put a play on it. It scares me. It's going to be a heck of a game, though. We've got a really nice Friday college football lineup. This is solid, man. Now, second game here, Northwestern USC. USC 19th ranked in the country. USC 14.5 point favorite, total of 51.5. USC, they're a good football team, and especially playing at home. As Tizzle would say, belt to ass. That's what they do at home. Hey, USC's doing it on the road now too. Like this is a legit football team. Here's the interesting part, Brad. So you see a total of 51.5. That's pretty high total for a Northwestern game. And the reason that I say that is that Northwestern ain't what you thought Northwestern football. Like they could score. I'm not saying they're going to go out and go South Florida. I'm not saying that. But they're 5-3. Like this Northwestern team's got a little fight to them. But USC's a big favorite and a big favorite for a reason. If you're looking at these numbers just from a gambling perspective, obviously a key number in football is 14. So understand if you're betting USC minus 14.5, you're needing to win by 2 touchdowns and a field goal or 3 touchdowns, right? So you want to have yourself a nice cushion there in the fourth quarter. And that's what scares me. Now, oh, beautiful. John Boyd, no chill was on Houston, team total over 23.5. There we go. I think that's an excellent look. And I don't know what the numbers for USC. We're obviously on the money line, but USC team total, if the number is reasonable, might not be a bad look. But if you're going to do that, you might look at the over. But again, we're on USC on the money line. Now, the big one, Tulane and Memphis. Memphis isn't ranked, but they should be. Now, Memphis 8-1 on the year, 4-1 in the conference. That lost to UAB. And a couple weeks ago, UAB fired Trent Dilfer. New coach interim came in, playing at home. Just one of those classic traps. Memphis walked right into it. But here's what I like about them. They bounced back nicely. They returned to exactly who Memphis is. They're not the most perfect college football team out there, but they're built on points. They're built on scoring. And if they have a game where they don't make mistakes to beat themselves, you're walking into a parking lot brawl, son. Like Memphis could play. You see it spread 4.5 now. It's going in Memphis's favor. We had it 3.5 earlier. Total of 54.5. Tulane's good too. Shout out John Bowman. Love him. Tulane 6-2, 3-1 in the conference. You got a real one. This is going to be a good game. But again, for me, it is hard to look past Memphis. At home, a Friday night. They've already had their weird game and lost it. I think that they've got themselves like focused. Those losses are going to happen, but it's all about how you bounce. I mean, it's life. It's all just how. A lot of times, man, it's not you being the aggressor, right? Like in anything in life, we think it's, oh man, I'm gonna come out here and just hammer life and go do it. A lot of times, it's how much ass whooping can you take? You know, how much lack of sleep can you take? That's a lot of what life is, man. And Memphis handled it nicely because every team deals with that trap game. Brad, you've been around it your whole life. You know what I mean? Like some games are just built differently, man. You feel differently. You're going into it. So you've got a Friday night. These teams play on Saturdays. So It's a short week. They're college kids. They're girls. It's just different. But I think Memphis, with that loss a couple weeks ago, I think they got themselves focused. So we'll see. It's going to be a great football game tonight. So we're on Memphis on the money line. We're on USC on the money line. And no chill. Houston team total over 23 and a half. Okay. Let me get the picks back up here for anybody who may have came in right after. Brad, start us off. What do you got?
We're going to the Danish Superligaen, Denmark Superligaen at 12 p.m. Central Time. OB Odense is taking on Silk Bor. We're looking for 3 total goals to give us a cash, but 4 with the 4 for a full total cash here with that 2.75 on the Asian total.
Beautiful work, my friend. All right. So tonight, Memphis money line, Vanderbilt money line. These are football. Memphis plays tonight. Vanderbilt plays tomorrow. So we're setting ourselves up. Same deal. USC money line, Florida money line. These are both football. USC plays tonight. Florida plays tomorrow. So again, setting ourselves up. Kansas basketball. I've got it plus 1.5. Do your due diligence. We saw crazy line movement as soon as we put this up on the screen. Again, I'm not saying it was us. Emilio, how long before we hear about the FBI probe into that weird Kansas, North Carolina line movement? I swear to God, if there's ever like something that comes from this game, I want and will get ourselves involved in the investigation because I want to be a part of it. I want to get involved. Now, we had nothing to do with it. I'm not saying from that point. But that'd be good branding right there, buddy. And they wouldn't know what to do. Letting us on the stand in front of the world. Oh, that would be fun. What else would be fun is Germany. I think that's what the board says. Talk to us, Bradley. What do we got?
We're talking about all 3 flights of German football today. We talked about the women last time we were out, but now we're going to talk about the men from top to bottom. You see in a lot of these leagues, it's a very similar trend. You'll have top leagues who will score and then who will score, but not concede as much as these lower leagues. You get a lot of both teams to score, a lot of over 2.5 goals. And as you can see, which is really surprising, this top flight of German football, the Bundesliga, is typically a really high scoring league around the 70-ish% mark. But right now, it's not looking nearly as good. We have a lot of top teams, a lot of bottom teams, not a lot of teams who are able to compete with one another and score goals consistently. So Bundesliga, we're a little worried about it, but you go down to Bundesliga 2, the second flight of Germany, it kicks up considerably from 48-63 to 70-69. That's a big percentage jump. So 7 out of every 10 matches are going to be shooting that total. Then you go even lower, that third division of German football, even higher, 70 to upwards of 75% on this hit rate. So if you're looking for goals, maybe look a little few ladders lower in the German football leagues. Germany 2 playing today, Germany 3 playing today. Take a look at German football.
Take a look at German football indeed. All right. So, Brad, great job. Now, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was cracking up in the chat talking about if driving the line got involved in the federal investigation. And no, let me find it. Hold on. Yeah, Jeff said Brad's singing his answers on the stand. Oh my goodness, dude, I'm cracking up. AZ coin and bullion. Must have missed a 3.5 or 4.5. My DK shows 2.5, but I got it in at 2.5 at minus 105 a few minutes ago. Great work. Yeah, dude, it's so weird. And like, was it just DraftKings? Who knows, man? That's wild. So, hey, maybe that's good luck. Emilio said, make the stenographer read it back of Brad singing. We're going to need the court to read that back. The whole courtroom. We would be. What's that word where you contempt of court? You're going to spend 30 days in county jail. Damn it. All right, everybody. Need that commissary. Donate $1. I'll send it back when I get out. All right, man. Let's jump into what else do we have here? College basketball. Brad, we got some college basketball tonight. Now we've got some ranked teams, man. Oakland at number 1, Purdue. Here's the problem, Bradley. All of these ranked games have massive spreads. Massive spreads, man. Purdue, 31.5-point favorites, total of 157.5. Valpo at Kentucky. Dude, check out CC at Kentucky. Duke and ball. Kentucky, a 33.5-point favorite, total of 157.5. Kansas, North Carolina. Now, keep an eye on that spread. Total of 158.5. Zach said Darren Peterson might be questionable with cramping for tonight. Could explain line movement. They're doing a whiteout in Chapel Hill tonight. Oh, that's cool, man. You know, I'll say this. I don't know if we have any North Carolina fans in the chat. Same thing with Kansas. I haven't been to a Kansas game, and I haven't been to a North Carolina game, and those are bucket lists, right? Like, I've been to Kentucky, Rupp Arena. Luckily, Kentucky, Lexington, very quick drive, from Nashville. But dude, I'm dying to go. Got to go to a North Carolina game. Got to go to a Kansas game, and there are others too. But oh man, just shout out! Like, those are just two awesome atmospheres. Like, their fan bases just bring it. That's gonna be a heck of a game tonight. Keep your eye on the the line movement throughout the day. All right, UMass Lowell in UConn. UConn a 33.5-point favorite, total of 152.5. Sam Houston and Texas Tech. Texas Tech 27.5-point favorite, total of 152.5. Florida Gulf Coast in Illinois. Illinois 27.5-point favorite, 159.5. You seeing a trend here? Wisconsin 20.5-point favorite. Arizona 31.5-point favorite. UCLA a 27.5-point favorite. Yeah. So the big thing to notice with big spreads like this is that obviously they're massive. But, John Boy, I took Auburn minus 23.5 last night. Not scared of a big line. Favorites in college basketball last night laid hammer. And got a feeling you're going to see it more and more. That first game, that all these teams played against, directional, we paid you to come play here school. A lot of missed shots. Same thing we saw in the NBA. And you're still going to see that. That being said, though, like, Kentucky's a good example. We played the Nickel State Kentucky under 159 or whatever, and it went way under. Now, Kentucky only scored, I think, 74, 75 points. I would expect Kentucky to score a whole hell of a lot more, right? And again, you can see, I'll pull it up, against Valpo. Again, I'm not taking a shot at Valpo, but that's what these games are for, man, is just finding yourself, right? And getting to know your rotation, pressing forward. So Kentucky, again, not like that they were scared of anything, in week one in their first game, but they can play a whole heck of a lot better. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that. So what we were talking about with totals and these games, that, yeah, you could find some matchups where you get an Oakland and Purdue, and you're saying, okay, 157.5. Purdue could win 100-57, and I still hit the under. Correct. Those spots are going to be there. But be careful with that, too, because we saw it last night. There were a lot of 101 to 65s in smashes overs, right? So big thing is your favorite going to be scoring in that mid 70s to low 80s range? Are they going to be going in that low 90s to they might get triple digits? That's really where you have to play it. If you could somewhat figure that out, you make a lot of money on these games, right? But, yeah, you got to do your work for sure. And Auburn, good call, man. John Boyd, great work. And you said that in the chat, too. So great call there. Yeah, I think that might be what we have. Brad, hit your goal scores one more time for anybody who missed that one. You don't have to sing it, though. You could just rate it. We won't put that on you. Or the court stenographer. Let it rip.
Yes, sir. Erling Haaland is playing in the English Premier League this weekend for Manchester City against Liverpool. We're taking him to score at -115. We're also looking in Germany's Bundesliga in a matchup between Union Berlin taking on Bayern Munich. We're looking at Harry Kane to score anytime, -160. And then in the Spanish La Liga, we're looking for Rayo Vallecano taking on Real Madrid, and our boy killing ya Mbappe, anytime goal scorer. And I got that at -130.
Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe. I could keep doing that all day, and it would get very annoying. But it's also so, dude. It's an earworm. It just gets in there. Justin, man, bowled a 278 twice this year, dude. Great job. That's a big number, man. Well done. And got to give Spell Dog shout out here. Bryce Drew remembers. Oh, that's such a good drop. Well done. Well done. All right. Yep. All right. Let's hit the picks one more time, then we'll jump out of here, big dog. Let it rip. What you got?
The Danish Super League up here at 12 p.m. Central Time. We're looking for OB Odense taking on Silk Boar, and we're also looking for 3 total goals to get us into the green, but 4 total goals gives us a full cash. That over 2.75 Asian total at -135.
Beautiful work, my friend. All right. Memphis money line, Vanderbilt money line, plus 105. USC money line, Florida money line, -110. Kansas plus 1.5 in basketball, and Jamal Murray of the Denver Nuggets over 2.5 threes there at plus 130. Now, Brad, the Howie Schwab crew play of the day. I'm interested where everybody went. All right, football tonight. Tulane or Memphis, 3.5 is the spread, or did you go Northwestern plus 14.5 or USC -14.5? Memphis -3.5, 62%. Bradley, what do you think about that, man?
You ain't gangster, you ain't hood, you ain't tuck, you ain't street, you ain't north Memphis like me.
North Memphis.
The whitest rap of all time.
They were just popping off hits left and right. All right, Memphis -3.5 is your play today. All right, we'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern for Drive the Nightline. Brad, any final thoughts before we get out of here, bro?
One final thought. From about 6 months ago, we came in and talked to you guys about the Turkish Super League and how a lot of those decisions that were being made were pretty controversial. And there might have been some things at play behind the scenes that we weren't really seeing because those calls just didn't make sense when you would look at them with your eyes. Well, recently what came out is over 1 in 5 active referees in the Turkish Super League were actively betting on matches. So over 75% of the referees in the entire league had betting accounts. We're talking betting on everything. And then it even comes down to individual refs betting on the matches that they are reffing. Outrageous. Called it out 6 months ago. It is nice to see that what I said was actually had some truth. Was and actually did have truth. Shout out to Jose Mourinho, top coach, for getting the shtick, for calling it out. Turkish Super League, I'd watch out.
Excellent work, dude. You did. You drilled that from deep. From deep. Excellent work, my friend. Excellent work. All right. That's going to set the tone for today. All right. Everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. I don't want to keep you too long. Go in, get your work, get out of there as soon as you can. And if any bosses are watching, if you have anybody in the crew that's working for you, don't be afraid to let them off a little early today. Paid, of course, but take care of your people. Anyways, I was just having fun. All right, everybody, have a great Friday. Like I said, we'll be live 3 p.m. Eastern and more bets for tonight and get it all set up. But have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Remember, all of you, you deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. Have a smile on your face because you deserve it. All right. Have a good day. We'll see you at 3 p.m. Eastern tonight. Peace. Who's got it better than us? No!